See 'em? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey there, Jackie Bros.
Folks, people, it's Dunlap. Jackie.
Yeah?
I'd like for people, our listeners who maybe haven't had a chance to peruse the Washington Post, just as we kick off the show, maybe we should hear from our old friend Nikki Haley.
Oh, yeah.
Nikki Haley wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post, says, today's climate wouldn't allow us to remove the Confederate flag in South Carolina. I thought maybe she just meant climate change, like it's too hot. Can't go outside. We're going when it gets dark, we'll send somebody out to tear it down.
Not this time of year.
4 years ago, the removal of the Confederate battle flag from the South Carolina State House. Remember when she was governor of South Carolina and not a Trump lickspittle?
Yep.
From the South Carolina State House grounds was a seminal moment for our state and a watershed for our country. What if you, Jackie, imagine that you were a Republican who took down a Confederate flag in a southern state, and yet such an asshole that you ruined that with an op-ed from Washington Post. You couldn't help yourself from now. Granted, she's already ruined it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, it's been making it worse. She's making it worse. Yeah.
As governor, I was proud to lead that effort. More important, as a born and raised South Carolinian, I was proud of the people of our state who come together, black and white, Republican, Democrat, at a time of immense pain following the Charleston church shooting. It's a good thing she doesn't support anybody who added to that pain.
Yeah.
It's a good thing she's not making that pain worse with this fucking Confederate flag.
Watch your mouth, but
In the speech I gave calling for the flag's removal, I said, so here's a bunch of words that she just pissed all over. Those words were well received by South Carolinians. They didn't know me yet. I just added them. They played a part in healing our state and in bridging the decades-long political divide over the flag. I don't want to give her too much credit here. She's not Rosa Parks. She just became governor, and then we all liked her because she got mad at Trump for a second. But then it turns out everything's fine.
She didn't get that mad.
In a recent interview, I said much of the same thing I said that day, and I've said countless times since, but the reaction's been very different. Today's outrage culture does not allow any gestures to the other side. It demands that we declare winners and losers. You know what else declares we winners and losers? Civil War.
Yeah.
Civil War has winners and losers. The flag was the losers' flag. That attitude comes at a big price. Sadly, I'm not sure that in today's political climate, we would have been able to remove the flag. If y'all black people don't be quiet, I ain't going to take this Confederate flag down. I tell you what, I am sorry I ever took this Confederate flag down. I can't even like Donald Trump anymore. You give him an inch. She's good, right? She was one of the...
She was supposed to be, yeah.
The good
yeah. She was supposed to be. There's the good lady Republican. She's going to... And then, yeah.
Is it sexist for me to be more disappointed? Is it sexist that we're always pulling for like Laura Bush to be good or Nikki Haley?
We want everybody to be good. I guess you give women more credit than the men.
I don't know. That doesn't seem right. I'm not pulling for Marsha Blackburn. I know that she's...
No. There ain't no reason to.
No.
No. It's a waste of... That's a waste of effort on everybody's part. Don't even... Yeah.
The reason is not the upsurge in white nationalism. While that's a very disturbing trend that must be resisted, it ain't TikTok.
Been around for a while.
It's not Baby Yoda. It's not a trend that... It has not changed the composition of the South Carolina legislature that needed a 2/3 vote to remove the flag. Rather, the reason is today's media hysteria that makes it far more difficult to have the kind of thoughtful and prayerful dialogue we had following the Charleston murders. Jesus. Y'all are... You know what? I'm not going to read anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just going to...
Well, she just went on TV not too long ago and dug this hole for herself. What'd she say that the damn fool that did the horrible acts of violence on people, he stole the flag away from them. There was years and years, and I ain't trying to discredit anything this young crazy person did, but I mean, slavery, the violent. I mean, there's a lot of horrible things that flag represented.
Most of them violent.
Yeah, and the war itself is violent.
The Dukes of Hazzard was violent.
Yeah,
car crashes.
Yeah,
running.
Yeah.
Chasing, falling off a bridge.
I say it's more action than violence.
I guess it's more about action comedy.
It didn't hurt nobody, really. I don't think. Did anybody die on Dukes of Hazzard? I don't think anybody got killed on there.
What happened to Enos? I mean, he got his spinoff, but how'd they explain that later? Wasn't his cop car was shot down midair, jumping over the Atlanta Bridge?
Something. It's been a while. I can't remember it.
Everybody cried. I'm going to read a little more. There are a small number of this is not the Nikki Haley letter hour. There are a small number of hardened white supremacist racists who proclaim the flag as their symbol. The Charleston killer was among them. I'll never understand the dark hatred that fills those people's hearts. Although I'm trying to learn by weaseling my way back into the Trump administration. That's not right. But there's also another group of people. It's a group that today's outrage culture wants to either deny exists or to condemn in the harshest terms. These are the people who did not see the Confederate battle flag in racial terms. Well, I don't agree with their view of the flag. I respect them. Many people also do not see the outfits of the Ku Klux Klan in racial terms. They see it as a breezy, fun summer outfit that also helps keep the sun off your head. In this day of taking extra care to avoid the damage of the sun, it's hard to even... Today's outrage culture insists that everyone holds a view that's different from our own is not just mistaken. They must be evil and shunned. That's wrong. It's also not true. It's not true, but I do think we're getting there on the Confederate flag. This is just... You know what? She could have shortened this. Too long, didn't read. You're not really racist. Vote for me soon in 2020 when he kicks Pence off the ticket.
Why would she get in the... I know, everybody power and you know, that's what it's all about. And then, you know, people don't... You underestimate man's greed or woman's power, all this. But wasn't she smart enough to get the hell out of the UN right before the you know, things got real bad? I mean, things were bad immediately, but you know what I mean? When they started telling Putin everything, I believe you and all this, it seemed like she jumped ship right around the time definitely before Ukraine and all that went down, yeah.
Maybe she was like, there's no way people are going to support this. And then when she was like, oh, shit, they are supporting it. Hey, is it better? Turn this ship around.
Yeah. I thought I'd do it right. Nobody gives a damn. Okay,
Jackie, well. I'm pretty sure we were talking about the Confederate flag back. Tell me if this is how it sounds to you. I made the case that no child should feel unwelcomed at our state capitol because the Confederate battle flag was flying there. A large majority of Republican legislators ended up voting in favor of removing the flag. Today's outrage culture would instead have made the case that everyone who respects the Confederate flag is an evil racist. Not only is that untrue, but more to the point, if I tried to make that argument, the flag would never have come down. As Hillary Clinton has learned, calling people deplorable is not the best way to win their support. Mentioning Hillary Clinton is like a Confederate flag to people who like the Confederate flag. I mean, She's using Hillary Clinton as the evil racist monster that she's. Listen, I'm pretty sure the reason they took the flag down was because people were getting the message that respecting the Confederate flag is an evil racist thing to do.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not the evil racist, but I don't think that's what this is all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
I know it is. You ain't got to tell me she needs a vote. She needs to, like, oh yeah, I like her, but she took that flag. I mean, that's going to be a bone of contention. I mean, that's who she's reaching out to. She's reaching out to all the people who got upset that she took a damn Confederate flag down after a man murdered several people in a church.
She basically, time to raise it back up.
Yeah.
Y'all are too mad.
If he'd have killed all these people nowadays.
I just put the flag in timeout. It would have been fine. It would have been fine for him to kill all these people nowadays because everybody's so mad.
Again, we keep making about this idiot that did these horrible acts. That flag is represented horrendous things for that history. I mean, long time.
If I knew where my General Lee was today, I would sell it on eBay in an instant.
Well, if you sell it and, somebody that likes it.
And I'd take that money.
Oh, put it towards you. Okay.
Well, I just keep taking racist. That's a bad business. That's not a good.
Yeah, you don't. That's not people you want to be in business with.
Well,
no.
Because for a minute I thought, well, I'll take their money and I'll make that money.
No,
it's good.
That's the.
We just saw that when we started the. Hey, Jackie, welcome to the Red State Update podcast.
Yeah.
It's fun to start off talking about the Confederate flag and Nikki Haley.
No.
How could she? Which Superman is it where Superman goes bad? Are there like news reports in that movie? It's like, Superman bad now.
I don't think there's news reports in it. I think he gets mad. Superman 3 and Clark Kent and Superman get mad at one another because Richard Pryor gave him some sort of kryptonite, messed him up. And the fight in the junkyard.
I'm not saying she's Superman either, but.
Well, the only reporter around was Clark Kent, and of course he ain't going to write about that because, puts him in a situation.
Is that a good movie?
What's that?
Superman 3?
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't seen it in years. Probably not. And what didn't make but the two good ones, didn't they?
The first one and the fourth one.
No.
So a lot happened this week. We got to see Trump made fun of by every world leader, even the other awful ones.
People like, oh, did you see that? It's embarrassing to me. I mean, I've been embarrassed since people voted him into office, but I mean, people that how can anybody? I mean, even if you like him, and you say, of course, on Fox News, they sit there and turn around and say, "Good, laugh it up, everybody." Yes, I'm glad they're laughing at him. For whatever damn reason, I ain't gonna get into that. But it's just awful. That's that the world thinks he's a damn idiot. Either he's an idiot or you got him in your pocket, like Putin does, or North Korea, Saudi Arabia.
I guess the Republicans now, we're on the side of Putin.
Well, yeah, they're all, doing his bidding for him. They're out there on every TV show they can get on and run their mouth about it. Hell, the damn Attorney General was on there saying about this IG report, like just, no, I don't believe in any of this. FBI was, no, Again, the FBI was the only reason they was looking into the Trump campaign because they was already looking at the damn Russians and the Trump campaign people, whoever it may be, his son. They kept talking to him. Why are they talking to the Russians all the time? I don't know. Well, let's not worry about it. But so Bill Barr saying that's a bunch of bull, knowing damn well Russia had everything to do mess with that election, going to have everything to do messing with the one coming up that the Republicans sure as hell don't want to do nothing about. Seems like for some reason this makes it seem like, people say what that Moscow Mitch, or they all got Russian names now. I don't know how Moscow Mitch, what do they say about Rand Paul?
Was he got a nickname?
Something Russian they say about it. I don't know. But supposedly Mitch McConnell get mad about that. How dare you? My whole crap. But you won't even pass legislation that to protect the damn election. That just don't make any sense.
Well, why would they protect the election? Because they're on the side of Putin.
I know. They don't want to get in the way of that. It worked out for them last time. They want number two.
People talk about a civil war, but that's the part where it does seem like maybe there's a civil war because you got the president and the Republicans on the side of Putin and the Russians, Saudi Arabia calling up with their condolences. Trump rushes. I got the call from Saudi Arabia. They're sorry about all this shooting people up. They love America. The real Americans. All the dictators, all the strongmen, all the corrupt world leaders, North Korea. You think Trump wouldn't take help from North Korea to get reelected? He would.
Any of them.
Any of them. That is who is on the side of the Republicans because the Republicans can use them to stay in power. And I guess the Democrats are on the side of the more traditional allies, the ones who left behind Trump's backs.
Yeah.
Backs. So, I guess we're okay with Russia. I mean, obviously.
Well, the Republican Party is. I ain't personally, no. They're fine with it, as long as it's just playing that. They're literally going on television and repeating his talking points, what he's putting out there, don't make a damn bit of sense. Well, I mean, it makes plenty of sense to me. They don't give a damn. This is what we do now. This is how we are. This is how it goes.
It doesn't matter. I mean, they don't have to say we are on the side of Russia, even though it's clear that. I mean, the Russian guy was back this week.
They even he was in the White House with him. Pompeo come out. Oh, Trump looked him in the eye and said, "You better not meddle in this election no more, and don't you dare."
Did you say meddle in this election?
I did say election is what I said. I didn't.
Because at first you said something, then you said election.
No,
what'd you say the first time?
I stumbled on trying to say elections.
Uh-huh.
That's what I meant to say, and that's what I said. Said it twice just to make sure everybody knows that's what I said. But Pompeo got up there and said, look, he looked at me sternly and said, no. And of course I asked the Russian, he's like, oh, no, he didn't. He didn't bring that up.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine Michael Pompeo saying, you do this or do that? What a funny report. Kill him. So, Russia's cool. It doesn't matter. People can say, hey, are you on the side of the Russians? And Trump will go, no. And Hannity will go, no.
The people go.
And Tucker will go, no, but what if we were? Maybe.
The people.
I'm kidding.
That go to his rallies, they wear T-shirts better Russian than Democrat. Or I'd rather be one of, they think it's funny and cute. And I guess they agree with it. All these people that love Trump, some of them, I'm sure, don't believe all this Russia stuff because they're told not to believe it by the president every day. But some of them may be a little wise to that, and they don't give a damn. I like this better. Like I said, to wear the T-shirt says it. Why, if it ain't true, why would you wear the T-shirt around?
Oh, a humorless Democrat. Bitter. Listen, these jokes are only funny until they stop being jokes and, like, Putin's in the White House.
He is in the White House.
Now think about putting your face on a Thanos if you're Trump, and then everybody is saying, can't you take a joke? But it's not really a joke. Oh, it is a joke. And then like slowly it's like, it's just what, is it a joke? I don't know. We are going to kill half the people on the planet though. So I guess if you don't have a sense of humor and don't find that hilarious, Todd Phillips, Golden Globe nomination or whatever.
What is it?
Because it doesn't matter. They just say whatever Barr comes out and says IG reports whatever he wants it to be. Trump says it at his rallies. It's whatever it wants it to be. Hannity says it's whatever he wants it to be. They get on Fox and they say whatever they want it to be. It doesn't matter. As long as something's happening that they can sow doubt.
It's not even showing doubt anymore. It's just flat out lying. They learned it from the damn president. Like, he does this all the time. Is this all you got to do? You lie like I thought you had to be subtle about it a little bit. Twist your words, make sure it's... No, you just say whatever the hell. I don't believe any of this. This is all... They're liars. Obama did more to hurt this country than the Russians ever did. The Russians love this country.
That's what they used to say on like the sub-Rush limbos. Would be like, oh, Hillary is worse than any Russian could ever be. And then like that would filter up and they, Jeb Bush said, well, what we mean is we need to all come together. Like it's some kind of dog whistle, some kind of signal to bankers and some kind of like mealy-mouthed denial. Like he couldn't wink. Nobody wanted to see him wink.
Mm.
But now, they say it at the top. They say the crazy stuff that used to would have come in a newsletter from Ron Paul, they say that at the top of the food chain, the Trump chain.
That would be Trump. That would be the president of the United States.
He says it.
He says it first.
And then everybody else has to run to catch up. Like the crazy people are out of jobs now.
Don't need them.
Glenn Beck doesn't know what to do. Look at his facial hair. It's obvious. He's confused. Like we have to out-crazy the president so he notices us, so he retweets us. It's the only way we can stay in business. And it's impossible.
Good luck with that, yeah.
You can't out-crazy the president enough to get him to like you. I've seen it. I've seen the president of the United States call into fucking Fox and Friends.
Hey, watch your mouth.
And try to convince them of some crazy bullshit. And believe me, they are dumb.
Brian, how you say his name? Kilmeade. Brian Kilmeade.
Why can't you say Kilmeade?
Is it Meade? Kilmeade.
Meade?
Brian Kilmeade has more integrity than the Attorney General. Brian, when the president calls up and says stuff, he does everything except roll his eyes. He's like, I don't know about that.
He's tugging at his collar, going, getting hot in here.
He's got more sense than Bill Barr.
Or is Bill Barr just better at being Fox?
Well, I guess that's what
he basically is just papering over everything, except he has like legal authority.
Yeah.
So they do this whole big IG report that all the Republicans, everybody conservative, right side of the aisle, all the Trumpies, like this is gonna get them, and then they come out. Like, it wasn't partisan really. They had reasons to start it. Here's some text exchanges between two FBI guys. Like, bro, Hillary Clinton's a criminal. I kicked somebody's plant out a window. Like we're mad about the Lisa Page. This sounds like people talking at the gym. That's why I wear my headphones when I go into the gym to go into the locker room to steal people's bags. Folks, people I don't know what's going on anymore.
I don't either. I mean, all you can do is just say that and then go, really? Shit, excuse my language.
I don't know about this, and I don't know about this. And then the other guy doing his report, which now that's going to be the one. You got to keep it going, man. It's like all them books about all the people the Clintons killed. It's like you just got to keep it going. Except now the president is in on this take. And he gets hotel money on top of it from Saudi Arabia.
I have to be honest. I know we need to stay outraged, but my outrage has dissolved into just utter confusion. And that may be old age happening too up there. I don't know.
Well, on Trump or you?
Both. Hey, Shacky Bros, coming to you right here from the, computer?
Folks, people, it's Dunlap. We're still here. You know, I hate it when we get political on here, Jackie. I feel like we just started ranting and raving on that.
I know. I don't like getting that way either, but it's just
too much politics these days. Everybody's tired of it.
People get sick of it. Except when Handy's talking about it. That's the number one rated news. Is it news? I guess it says it's a news show. I know it ain't. It's the number one rated ever, all time, something like that, I think.
Is it? I guess it's either the news category or what else would it be in? Insufferable asshole category?
What is that? What I didn't know what category that is.
He's got that one sewed up.
Andy Rooney got that.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, he got that taken away. He no longer holds the crown on that.
Was it on here that we talked about Joe Piscopo, or was that over on 20 Extra Minutes?
I don't know.
Because his album, from 1984 or 5, it's got a whole Andy Rooney bit on there. Remember?
We talk about Joe Piscopo so much, it's hard for me to keep track where we had that conversation at. When was it? Was it last night before? Was it on here or another one? I don't know.
Listen, folks, if you are tired of politics, like so many of us who aren't locked in cages or feel our human rights slipping away or feel in physical danger all the time. Okay, we shouldn't be tired of politics, but if you just maybe a self-care break from politics, sure, and you like to enjoy old references and 20 minutes of meandering discussion between an old guy and a young, good-looking whippersnapper.
I don't know if either one of us count as young in these days. I'm older.
No, it would be me, not
older,
you.
No, when there's an older guy and an old guy and a much older guy.
No. You're an old guy. Like when you say old guy, you think of the shovel man from Home Alone, and you.
Well, shovel.
Those are two old guys. I'm just a regular person, youngish.
Nah.
Maybe,
younger, yeah, but not noticeably so outside of,
Going over to 20 Extra Minutes. That is the podcast you get at our Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
The Red State Update Patreon. Patreon is a site where you can throw money at things you like. Maybe you feel like you've got too much money. This economy under Trump is just doing wonders for everybody.
Yeah, people got more money to know what to do with. They working 4, 5, 6 jobs, got so much money. Yeah.
Oh, they're just one sickness away from crushing debt, insecurity, depression, economic strife and stress. People these days are doing so well that, where was I going with this? Oh, that people just like to give money to podcasts.
$5 a month in particular is how much. That's what you want to give to our thing.
Now, when Elizabeth Warren gets in, she may ban giving money to podcasts. She may say that's for the rich. That's for rich people. Well, if you are against Elizabeth Warren, like say you're Pete Buttigieg, then go on over, give us $5 a month, and you get a whole podcast. It's 20 Extra Minutes with Jackie and Dunlap. It's just what it says. It's 20 Extra Minutes with Jackie and Dunlap. We might even talk about Joe Piscopo again this week. Who knows?
Talk about anything. Yeah, if you really want to stick it to Elizabeth Warren, get that wallet out and send $5 over to us, and plus, on top of that, you're going to get to hear us talk for an extra 20 minutes about Lord knows what.
You know what? That's also sticking it to Pete Buttigieg, because I know people on Twitter hate Pete Buttigieg. Man, nothing would make him madder than giving us $5. Oh, and you know who else? Bernie Sanders would hate it.
Oh, he'd be, why are you giving people,
Amy Klobuchar. Oh, Donald Trump. Can you imagine? Donald Trump, I know, does not want you to see this picture. So retweet it and send $5 over at the Red State Update Patreon a month, and you get 20 extra minutes with Jackie and Dunlap free. So basically, anybody you support, you can make mad by giving us $5.
I don't reckon. Come on,
She don't care anymore.
Kamala Harris, she's fine with it.
But Marianne Williamson piss her off.
Ooh, she'd be mad.
Tulsi Gabbard, she would. Rest of her hair would turn white. She'd be so mad.
Yeah.
So Jackie, I hate to get political on here.
We did all that earlier. Now,
okay,
now we're not going to do it because this part of the show where we ask for $5 and tell you what you get for it.
Right.
That $5
Scream, beg for $5.
Right.
Local sponsors.
Yeah, and local sponsors, which also helps us keep the computers running, keep the wires running, electricity on, all that stuff. Everything you're hearing here, it don't come for free. Well, it does for most people, but it's fine. I mean, you're welcome to it free. I didn't mean to sound it that way. That sounded awful. I'm just saying it cost us money to put it up on the thing to make it go out into the computer, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So anyhow, that's what that money goes to help us do. We appreciate it kindly, and also we give you a little extra. That money also goes to help the for the thing that we don't do or hadn't done in a long time called a Redneck Matinee that will someday rear its head again. It will come back. Won't it?
Yes. Soon.
Good. Soon. All right. So, yeah. But we also need, like I said, the local sponsors here that give us $25 here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Helps us keep all this going, and you learn a lot about a lot of wonderful products, a lot of wonderful restaurants, a lot of wonderful, just every which a thing you can think of for all the local people in Murfreesboro. And if you have to be traveling through, if you listen, while you're on the road, on the way wherever you're going, and you're going to be driving through Tennessee, right middle Tennessee, right there smack dab in the middle of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and you listen to this, well, you're going to want to pull over here, you're going to want to pull over there. We're going to give you some options, I tell you what. But right now, instead of, listening to us on the computer, which we appreciate you doing while you're driving, you also need to flip it on the radio. This on the computer, but people that got computer in the car now. Car's a computer, right?
Yeah.
But you still got the radio, too. Radio's in there. Is a radio a computer?
Yep. It's all a computer. The day you getting under the hood and fixing anything, first of all, you're saying now, you wouldn't know how to do it anyway. You wouldn't know how to lift the hood on one of these new cars. We don't want you under there.
I don't want to
I don't want you anywhere near my car.
Well, how do you listen to the radio? Radio's still radio. Got radio.
You get in there and say, Siri, are you in here?
Oh, hell.
And she don't answer. You go, Alexa, is that you?
Hell.
And if they don't answer, you plug your phone into you just start talking and hope music starts playing.
Well, all I know is you don't have to have a computer. If you got an old-timer radio, which I still do, you could pull the antenna up, plug it in, and you could still hear WMurfo 1670, local radio station here. I don't need all the computers for that. Now, I guess you can listen to it on your computer car, too, somehow, but all you need is just a regular old radio. Because you're still running through radio waves, however that works, towers everywhere, whatever.
So it's for old people.
Well...
And high school football games.
Sure. Yeah. That's
which you can watch on YouTube.
No, you want to listen to
somebody be showing it on Facebook.
You want to listen to WMurfo 1670, and especially around this time of year. Because you know what, right, Dunlap? You know what's coming up here every December when it comes around this time. You're going to get down. They're going to count it down. There's so many great Christmas songs. We all love them all. But you got to pick a favorite. You just got to. You can't love. You can love them all, but you got to love that one just a little more than the other one, and then another one a little more than that. And that's how you come down to the top 77 Murfreesboro Christmas #1. I'm excited. Are you excited, Dunlap, to see where we're at right now? This is early yet in a month, but we're getting there. And when we get there, we're gonna find out. what's going to be the number one Christmas song here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. You ready for this one, Dunlap? You ready to hear it?
Well, they got a list already?
Already. That's where we're at now. They've had some good contenders.
Wait, so we know the Christmas number one?
No,
it ain't Christmas.
You keep voting up to Christmas. This is where we're at right now. There's plenty of people ain't run out there and voted yet.
Listen, I heard earlier this week.
Or called in, whatever you got to do. I don't know.
Yeah, what is it? How does it Spotify?
I don't know how.
Is it you call it? What about sales?
It's a radio station.
What about a YouTube play?
I don't know.
All I know is that earlier this week I tuned in to W Murfo.
Yeah.
And I heard they used to call it Smash or Trash. But this time of year they call it Holly or Folly.
Yeah.
And they played two of these songs and they tied.
They tied?
And then I heard next DJ comes in and he does Ho 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 or No No No. And them songs tied.
Well, you add all these up and that's how we get to.
And then I heard Fa La La or Na Na Na. And they tied on that too. So I have no idea what's going to be Christmas number one. It's like Iowa right now. Political joke.
Yeah. Well, they had enough of that. No politics.
Sorry.
Yeah. But I'm excited, and you said they did some ties. Now, you must have listened early in the week, because I tell you what, I got some data here. I got some real numbers.
God damn, Nate Silver, lay it on me.
I'm going to tell you what it is. This is the top 7 at 7 on W Murfo 1670.
Oh, that definitely outranks Holly or Folly and Ho 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 or No No
Well,
No.
it's all good. You're going to hear good music on all of it, but, some are a little more important than others. You go through those, you get to this, you keep doing this till we get to the end of December, and then we're going to find out what is Christmas number one. Murfreesboro Christmas number one. I tell you what, here's number 7. This is official now. These are the numbers. This is what we're at now.
This is where we're at. So this
all
week.
Change. It could all change.
So we can
week.
kind of see where people, a lot
this
of movement.
This is where people are now. Now, I'll say number 7. A lot of people will hear, that's only at number 7. I love that song. And they'll get on the phone and call up, call up Cubby on W Murfo 1670. They said, I like this one. And if it's number 7 that you happen to like, which some people I know do.
I get it. How do you tell me? Give me some. I need to know. to know.
Here's where number 7 is. If you like it and you want it to go high, you call up Cubby at W Murfo 1670 and tell him, and he'll mark it down. He marks every number, every call down. That's how we do this. It is Christmas Hot Sauce by the Hickory Grove Suspenders. That is at number 7. Now, we want to play a little bit of this right for
Yeah, let's hear it.
No. We still ain't got approval to do that. We got to get to the...
We just going to name songs and not play any
for
of them?
now, no, we're working on it. They talk to a music publisher, and then there's a label, and then somehow you can play it on the radio, but you ain't supposed to play it on computer on this thing. We're going
Should we call up Dual Tone?
Will they still talk to us?
Probably not.
I don't know. Man, who are you? Now, listen. We're working on it. We are talking to people, and you can get a permission maybe to play, maybe not the whole song, but a little bit of it. But bear with us. We're working on it.
Okay, Shannon Stevens. What's next?
There's nothing I'd rather do than play some of y'all of Christmas Hot Sauce by the Hickory Grove Suspenders, which is at number 7. You're going to like this now. Tell you what, and we talked a little about this last week. You're going to like this, Dunlap. I tell you what, this is going to be a nice surprise for you.
Okay.
It is for me.
Sure.
Guess who's at number 6?
I don't know.
That's me and you.
What?
Christmas on an Island with a Marcia and Gorilla.
We're not even in last place?
Well, close. Second to last. Which I'll take.
I'll take it, too.
I'm happy to be amongst.
That feels like a victory to me.
If this is high as we get, I tell you what, of course it would warm my heart. It would be something else that I could tell, friends and loved ones that we were Christmas number 1, Murfreesboro Christmas number 1. But, I can say that, well, I don't know, we're not even number 6 because we won't know. We may be knocked off before even next week, so no tell. Enjoy it for now, though. Let's just enjoy it.
I feel bad for the Hickory Grove Suspenders.
Well, if you do really feel bad, you want to call up Cubby at W Murfo 1670 and let him catch your vote.
I don't feel that bad. All right, who's number 5? Who we gaining on?
Number 5, Candy Cane Puddles by Nick Primo and the Glue Boys. Good song. I heard that one now. I heard on the other radio.
How's it go? Mm-hmm.
Well, like they say, I can't even do that.
Oh, we can't even do that.
No. Now, of course, if you're singing the melody, then, they said, we're lawyers to talk to you. Now, this is strange because
Who's telling us this?
Nick Primo said, go ahead and play our song. He said, that's
Oh, well,
fine.
let's cue it up.
No, because I said I was going to do that. And then the Hickory Grove Suspenders boy said, well, if you play his, then you got to play ours.
Okay, cool.
And I said, well, all right, that's fine. But then that lawyer says, no, sir, you cannot play without approval, rights, or whatever it is, distribution. I don't know how this stuff works. I just lawyer talk. He said, no way. So I can't play them, which means that wouldn't be right to Nick Primo and the Glue Boys, so I can't play them either. But once I get permission to play the Hickory Grove Suspenders,
you can play the Glue Boys.
I think so, but we're waiting to hear. We're waiting to hear right now. But that's at number 5. A good song. Like I said, I'm familiar with this one. It's pretty. If I was allowed to hum it, I would, because it sticks in the head like that. You know what I mean? It's one of those songs, but I don't want to get in computer trouble. At number 4, Mariah Carey.
Oh, that's good. That's a holiday
everybody
classic.
likes that. They play it all the time, yeah. It's good. I mean, it ain't a classic for no reason at all, right? At number 3, Across the Street from Rudolph by Jillian Cherries.
Are we going to play that one?
We're not allowed to play it legally as of now.
Her lawyer said too?
As of now.
How does everybody afford lawyers?
If you're in the entertainment industry, you got to have 5 or 6 of them.
But I mean, are they really?
You got to have one lawyer to do the work. You got to have another lawyer. Oh, I'm thinking of Trump. Then another lawyer to go on TV and another lawyer to go to Ukraine. He needs a bunch. That's different. I'm just told I got mixed up.
Luckily, we're paying them a lot of hotel money.
Yep.
We're not supposed to be political.
No, not supposed to. Stop it. That's my fault. Across the Street from Rudolph, number 3, Jillian Cherries. Looking forward to playing that once we get approval. At number 2. Here we go now. We're getting close. And again, this isn't permanent.
This is just where we're at.
This is where we're at. This could all change
right, because
tomorrow.
you don't want to, it is like Iowa, because you don't want to peak too early.
That's right. But here's where we're at now. And if things, of course, continue in this direction, then so be it. That's what it is. But I'm telling you right now, at number 2 is Backwards Christmas Tree by Cubby Free. W. Murfo, 1670, very own Cubby Free.
I don't feel right about that. That seems rigged. It seems like
rigged?
he got in there. It's like, I'm going to make this whole contest so I can have my song be number 2.
You just don't like it when people try to broaden their, experience. People try, you want people to stay in their place. You say, I just want him to be a DJ. I don't want him doing all that. I don't want him doing that. No, he has every right to go into any business venture he may choose. He's welcome to do that. And I'm glad he did, because it's a good little ditty. It's a good little song. Backwards Christmas Tree.
Well, if we beat him, I ain't going to feel bad for him like I do the Hickory Grove
Well, he's
Suspenders.
doing all right. I'll agree with you there. He's got something to fall back on. If his music career don't work out, then, it's looking like he's doing all right now if he's number 2.
Every one of the Hickory Grove Suspenders drove a school bus, and they all sold their school buses. Said, nope, it's music and only music from now on.
Well, here's a reason you're going to like Cubby Free. He gave us permission to play Backwards Christmas Tree, or some of it on here.
Oh, okay. Well, sure.
Oh, wait.
Let's hear it.
He says as soon as the others, as the rest of them get approved, he'll join in. Well, so we're working on it, though. It's going to be like a dam's busting open if the lawyers do the job right here. We're going to have so much music to play for you. But, yeah, that's number 2. Good for him, Cubby Free. Happy for you, Backwards Christmas Tree. And here it is, number 1.
Christmas number 1.
Murfreesboro Christmas number 1 as of right now.
Oh, as of right now.
We got a few more weeks, but, this one's pretty far ahead from what I understand. God Bless the USA, Lee Greenwood. I tell you what, it looks like Lee Greenwood's going to pull another year. How many years that been now? Now again, this is early yet, but so far he's looking good. Lee
Greenwood has been number 1 on the top 7 at 7 on W. Murfo since that song come out. But for the Christmas number 1, they usually disqualify him for 1 week only. Then he comes roaring back the first week of January.
That's true. You can't keep a good man down. I tell you what, that's it. It's a good song.
If you ever want to hear God Bless the USA and you're over AM radio and you're in Murfreesboro, just tune in about 7 7:25, 7:30.
Yeah, it's gonna be. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it, which is fine. I like it. It's
I
a
like
good
it
song.
either. I mean, people call every week.
Yeah. But-
Somebody every day they're like, I got a call for Lee Greenwood.
Yeah.
Been doing it 30 years.
Yeah, every day. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, it's early yet this week now. I'm glad for everybody that made the top 77.
A lot of chart action.
Congratulations to you, Mr. Dunlap.
Number 6. That ain't bad.
If that's all we get, so be it. I'm going to enjoy it right now. So, yeah, Murfo 1670. I hope you listen to it now. Between now and Christmas is, you know, we're going. Hopefully, these numbers going to fluctuate. We'll see what happens. I'll be back.
I guess
next
it's
week.
up to you, the listener. You got to call W.
Yeah,
Murfo.
if you want them to fluctuate, then
And what is that number again? It's the W. Murfo number.
I ain't got it here on me.
Well, we remember. I mean, last week we were trying to remember it. And it's like on the tip of my tongue, but I figured you had it because it's like 1931.
Let me look.
Murfo.
He gave me some paperwork here. It's weird because you hear it all the time. It's one of those things.
I heard it so long.
You
It used
hear
to be
so many
1615, but
it should be ingrained in your brain. But I just, you know.
they moved over the damn offices towards McMillan. 1931.
I don't see it.
Murfo.
It ain't written. I don't see it anywhere in this stuff they give me. So
Well, look, you don't need to hear the songs and you don't need to know the number, but you know what to do.
if you live here in Murfreesboro, you already know it. We ain't got to tell you anyhow.
Except for us.
Well, yeah, we just, it slips our mind. But anyhow, it's W. Murfo 1670. Keep on listening. Hopefully next week when we're back, you're going to get to hear a little bit of these songs. Sure looking forward to it. We're talking to, what is it, record labels, lawyers,
I'm not,
whoever it was.
I don't know.
Parkish people.
I don't think
all
you
that
should be
stuff.
in charge of this, honestly.
Well, they said, trust me, they said, just give us a little while to work out the details, and we're going to be playing songs on here. You know, if you write a good Christmas song, you want everywhere to play it, don't you? I mean, they're not supposed to have work. You want radio, you want computer, you want everywhere. So, anyhow, it always takes a lawyer or some legal thing to mess everything up, even Christmas. But hopefully next week we'll be playing some of these. Until then, if you want your favorite one to be a little higher than it already is, hint, hint, Martian and Gorilla, wink, wink, call Cubby at W. Murfo 1670.
Jackie, I got a Bible verse I'd like to share with you.
What?
The greatest gift miracle that God ever gived was that Jesus' donkey lived.
What?
Yes, folks, it's Christmas time, and that means that dusty old drifter is driving Jesus' donkey throughout the Southeast. Special Christmas shows, and this year, because that dusty old drifter is tired and riddled with arthritis, he can't get out too far away from where his aunt puts him up here in Murfreesboro. And that's why we are lucky to have another week of Jesus' donkey here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. You want to get over to that abandoned lot, and you know where there's the one lot where they sell Christmas trees, and then there's the third lot where the homeless people sell Christmas trees, and then there's the middle lot. That's where Jesus' donkey is.
Buy your Christmas tree from the homeless, by the way. The people in the Christmas tree business, they're doing all right.
Listen, and they're jerks.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't going to say it that way, but yeah.
That lot is full of, they smoke cigars and they wear the expensive watches.
Now, there are a couple of homeless people down there that are jerks, too, but not all of them, just a couple
Well,
of them.
it ain't because they're homeless.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just attitude, just to be mad about everything. But anyhow,
we don't want to turn them into the noble homeless, like we want to
they're real
rob
people.
them of their
Real people
agency.
like
If they want to
everybody,
be jerks, they can be jerks.
Yeah, and if they want to sell Christmas trees, you ought to go down there and buy one from them.
I mean, they're just cutting them down out of people's yards, but still.
That's work.
It's
ain't
a good tree. A good tree's a good tree.
Yeah, a good tree's a good tree and a good skill,
And everybody's always like, yeah, you're exactly right, Jackie. People are like, well, why don't you work a day in your life in?
Yeah.
Well, that's what do you think they're doing in your backyard? The greatest gift miracle that God ever gave was the fact that Jesus' donkey lived.
That's not. I don't think that's an official.
Well, I had it written down, and I'm forgetting some of the wording. Oh, it is official, Jackie. It's in the Bible. It was in the Dusty Drifter's Bible.
That's not the same. That's not King, James version. No, I don't think that.
If you believe, when you get down here and you see it's donkey, you're going to know, if you're a believer, that it's Jesus' donkey. That's been alive over 2,000 years.
Look, it's a nice, anything that you do around Christmas time to remind you of the real reason of the season and the word of Jesus and the story of Jesus.
Like seeing his donkey.
Well, it's not. I just think it's false advertising if you're saying that's an actual donkey. It's a donkey, an old donkey, grant you. Very, very old. I've seen it.
Hella old.
Old, yeah. But not 2,000 years. It ain't. It's a donkey that represents.
I thought you believed
the idea of Jesus' donkey, which, it wasn't. What did Jesus do? It wasn't Joe. That was Joseph's. I get it mixed up.
They rode Joseph's donkey. Jesus' donkey was there at the nativity, and Jesus commanded the donkey to follow him.
All right.
That donkey stuck with Jesus. He was there through all the years that we don't know nothing about, and most of them was just playing with a donkey, turns out. He was there through the crucifixion. He was there when Jesus come back. He was there when Jesus come back the second time, but not the third because he was away. The fourth time Jesus showed up, the donkey was there, and the donkey's like, I think we need to just less is more.
That may be true what you just said, but this donkey
it is true.
But this donkey ain't just a...
It's a
representation.
With our mayor, Jesus' skeleton.
No, I'm not getting it mixed
up. That's not really Jesus' skeleton.
I know it's not. I know it's not. I'm not even talking about that. It's like when you go to the museum, whichever big museum they have. I ain't never been to one, but I've seen pictures, and you see the caveman in there with the cave woman, and they're holding whatever, a rock or something. That ain't...
Or like you go to see the famous painting, but it ain't really the famous painting. They did a facsimile, and they got the real painting under lock and key.
It ain't the Mona Lisa. Somebody took a picture of Mona Lisa. And
we're never going to get to see actual Mona Lisa.
No. There's no place you can do that. That's hidden away
Well, that's the
somewhere.
difference between art and Jesus.
What?
This is Jesus' donkey.
No,
you can take a look at it. It's so old.
No, like you go, the Mona Lisa's still a pretty painting. I guess people like it. I just look like...
Look, you cannot talk to the Mona Lisa and ask it questions about what Jesus was like.
Well, you can ask a donkey questions all day and night. It ain't going to say nothing to you, and that's fine.
You cannot ask the donkey questions right now because the donkey is sleeping.
Well,
this week the donkey's been sleeping. So if you come down to see it...
sleeping? It ain't sleep. It's an old donkey. It's probably hard of hearing because, like I said, I saw it last year and it was old as hell. I don't know. I ain't seen it this year. And good Lord,
well,
I
it's
can't
a
imagine.
year older than that.
Yeah, well, that's old.
It's so old. It got tired, had to lay down, and they threw a blanket over it and put a pillow under its head, and it's sleeping. So you can come down, but you got to be real quiet.
It's sleeping all the time.
Well, it's 2,000 years old. What would you do? I've seen people in their 60s just lay around and watch Jeopardy. What you do? You retire. Well, I thought we was going to get a camper and drive to see the Grand Canyon, but instead I just been watching fucking Frasier.
Hey, watch your mouth. No, he's got to eat and, take care of his business and that sort of thing.
Everything slows down when you get to 2,000 years old.
But
remember Mel Brooks? He did a whole thing on 2,000 years old. I just remembered about
it. It's an old donkey. It's real old. And if it ain't doing nothing but laying there with a blanket on it, I'd get the vet to go down there and double check it.
He's got a vet on staff who he pays to monitor the donkey's health. He's not there right now, but it comes by. Like every time people aren't around and uses a mirror to check and make sure the donkey's breathing. It's a long time between breaths. When you get old, also I think the donkey did a little bit of yoga. So he just trained his body to, when you're 2,000 years old, you don't want to breathe a lot because it takes a lot out of you.
Well,
so you
it's
just
laying
slow
there
it down.
under a blanket and it ain't breathing, then that donkey ain't...
Look.
No, that's not. Who's a vet? I don't sound like a real veterinarian to me.
No, they got a vet down there, Dr. Vetty.
Boombot?
Yeah, that's his name. Have you been to him?
Not Benny, but what is it?
Betty.
Betty Boombots.
Yeah, you got to go down. Is that where you got them cats fixed that you fished out of the silo?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember. I forgot his name, but I always thought it was. Yeah. Anyhow,
well, he's around. He's in and out. So you better get down there pretty quick because, the thing is, when you're 2,000 years old, it don't mean you're immortal. It just means you're real old. Something rubbed off on this donkey from Jesus that kept him going, but it can't last forever. So I'd get down here, and if you got something to say to Jesus' donkey, I'd say it this week.
It ain't going to hear it if it's asleep and it ain't breathing.
Well, you can ride it.
You breathe when you sleep, by the way. When you sleep, you still breathe. Have a slow, have a fast, whatever. You still breathing.
Oh, I didn't know you were Dr. Vetty Boombots.
No,
you know everything about a donkey.
I know if a donkey ain't breathing, it ain't sleeping. It's doing something else.
Look,
rotten.
The Dusty Old Drifter says not to wake a donkey, but if you want to, write it in a little note with your name and your address.
What?
And when you're typically away from home, and just slide it under its hoof.
All right. First and foremost,
it's brittle hoof, so be careful. Brittle.
Your sponsor's welcome to sell itself however it wants to. I think it's still a fine thing to go visit an old animal. I think that's a good thing. I don't know if it's, correct to say that it's an actual donkey of Jesus, which I don't think it is. I think it's which is fine. If it represents that, that's fine. It's still telling the story. It's a positive. It's putting good into the world, good and light, and Jesus' word and how he was with his pets. That's all good. But don't say it's an actual donkey. As old as it is, it ain't 2,000 years old.
I mean, for God's greatest gift miracle, that he loved the world. I'm getting them mixed up now. I knew I should have brought that paper in here. Jesus' donkey. Definitely alive.
I guess we're done.
That's it.
No, wait, we got to do 20 extra minutes now. We got, remember?
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. You got anything on your mind? Besides politics, enough politics. We don't want to do that. What do you want to talk about? What about Star Wars show?
Joe Piscopo?
No, we talk about Joe Piscopo all the damn time. That Star Wars show. One you showed me.
Joe Piscopo's in it?
No, it's Star Wars show. It got the baby in it.
Oh, Baby Yoda.
Gremlin, whatever it is. Yeah.
Looks a little bit like Joe Piscopo now.
Does it?
Little.
Is it growing up? I ain't seen it. Is it bigger now?
I ain't seen it either. Nate, can you give me your Disney Plus?
I don't know how it works. Somebody give me numbers on. I don't know how to give it to you.
Shit. Damn, Mickey Mouse gonna come throw you in jail.
I ain't gonna do no such thing.
Somebody give you like Netflix?
That's charity when you're helping out an old man like that. Nobody gonna get in the middle of that. There's somebody out of the kindness of the heart saying, here you go, you don't do anything but sit around and watch TV. You need to look at this.
Let me tell you who don't believe in charity. Mickey Mouse and libertarians.